Move along.
Hello everyone, this is the Mohawk Ninja here, and welcome to another episode of Grand Theft Auto Limits of Infinity Wednesdays. This episode, I'm going to be editing the values for the time between shots on the various weapons in the game. In this case, as you can see, it's going to be the M4. And I'm also going to be editing the values for the, I believe it's worded, the deformation damage multiplier on vehicles. Now, the normal value of the M4 is, I believe, about 333. That's about what it does. You have, like I said, it's time between shots in milliseconds, so it's whatever number is how many milliseconds there is between each shot. Actually, maybe that's more like 200. I'll put an annotation in of what the actual number is. And also, the deformation damage multiplier on the vehicles, which has to do with how much the car gets damaged each time it gets hit. So, the value in this car allows it so, when it takes that hit like that, it'll get damaged this much. So, I'm going to start out and do a really high value, a high positive value on the time between shots on this rifle. Okay, I'm back, and I have now put an extra 3 zeros on top of the time between shots number for the M4. So, if we aim at this guy over here, and just hold down the left mouse button, that's interesting. Didn't actually do anything. Yeah, it doesn't actually seem to have done much of anything. Well, I'll see about making this number a really large negative number and see if that actually affects anything. Okay, I'm back. And now this gun has a very large negative value on it for the time between shots. Now, I was thinking about this some more, about the fact that this didn't work when I put a huge positive number in. And as I recall, when I had done this a long time ago, it only seemed to work. The only time I could ever get a value change to really work was with the APC cannon on the Ballad of Gay Tony, because I turned that whole thing into a flame tank. But either way, we'll see if a negative value does anything. Okay. No, it doesn't even matter. Turns out, negative values don't do anything. Luckily, I know for a fact that this next value that I'm going to edit does do something, because I've done that. I've edited that value before. I've just never edited it to be a negative value before. So this will be quite interesting. I'm going to be right back, and when I come back, there will be a quite modded comet. Okay, I'm back. This comet now has a deformation damage multiplier of 6.0. It was originally 0.6, but I've multiplied the value by 10. So let's get up to speed and hit this cavalcade.
Only in this country do they let blind people drive.
And as you can see, that relatively minor hit has done some pretty significant damage to the front of the vehicle. Get a bit higher. As you can see, without really doesn't take. I mean, I just tapped that crate and it has utterly destroyed the vehicle, or utterly destroyed the back of the vehicle. And I actually can't get out because my wheels are jammed. And Roman, I don't care. Oh, and I'm stuck. So now I'm gonna get out. I'm gonna make this a negative value, and I'm hoping what I can see happen is that instead of everything kind of crunching in, the car will get actually bigger. So, we'll see. Be right back. Okay, I'm back, and this comet now has a deformation damage multiplier of -6.0. So let's see what this does. Once the car is clear so I can get some speed. Okay, so it acts as if it was almost 0. Or acts as if it was 0. Interesting. Wow, I'm not even... Okay, it's denting the car a bit, I think. I think it actually is going out a bit. Hold on, let me get... Man, I really can't tell. I mean, it's deforming inwards, it seems. Which wouldn't really make sense, considering it's negative, so it shouldn't be deforming inwards. Huh. It's crumpling quite... I don't think it normally crumples all that sharply. We can get a couple of other good hits in. Okay, it does seem like it's kind of sorted. I mean, it's like... I'm not exactly sure what it is doing. Because on one hand, it seems like it is going out a bit.
Wendy's is not my car.
If I can find another comet, because since I spawned this, if I try and spawn another one, it'll just make this one disappear. You know what? I think it... I think it is actually lengthening it out. I don't know, we'll see if I can spawn another one, because I'm afraid if I spawn another one, it'll just make that one disappear, but... Yeah, it disappeared. But... Maybe if I put them, like, side to side, I can figure it out. And I'll drive this around more, so a bit more damage to it. That is really hard to tell, because it seems... I mean, it seems like it's lengthening, because it looks like... I don't know my cursor, but I mean, it looks like it's actually bulging out a bit. It's really hard to tell. I'm really gonna have to scrutinize the video. I guess you guys can look back and forth. It sure is doing interesting things. Wow, that really dipped the front end down. Oh, for God's sakes, get out of there.
I need the car more than you.
Well, that's interesting. Do one more big impact while it's damaged like this, see what happens. Actually, what I might want to do is go back and make this an even bigger negative number. If I can make this a big enough negative number, maybe I can get an actual result out of it. It's hard to tell exactly what's going on, so I think I'm gonna get out and then make this one a really big negative number. Okay, I'm back, and now I've modified this value so it is now -60, so this should hopefully be very definitive as to the effects of a large negative multiplier. What to get? Nice. Speed up. Area where I can speed up and... Oh yeah. It does what I was thinking it was going to do. It is... Yeah, it's ripping the car outwards. Yeah, the car is getting bigger, longer, whatever. It's also deforming it in the process. Oh, this is just weird. But then again, this is why I do these, is because it's interesting to see what happens. Banker on this turn. It's also interesting that, I don't know if this is specifically with the way the comet is modeled, of how it's getting that huge dip in there, because it did that with the -6 value. And now it's doing it with this, but definitely seems to be dragging the car outwards when you impact things. Sometimes. I don't know. And this is really hard to tell what's going on. Okay. That was good. Shot of it. Huh. Man, that's a really, actually, that's a good shot of it. How it's just, to have it above and you can just see it as it takes damage. Well, I think that about shows off what this can do. Just going to hit the nose of this. Yeah, but that's. I think that's a good shot. You get a. It's a good example of just what editing these values can do. So, all that being said, if you guys want to see certain values edited in the game, just let me know down below, and I will see you guys tomorrow.